Hi, my name is Neil Kelleher. I've recently had a few students who commented that for the first time they were able to bind in the Marichyasana variation. Actually, it's an easier version of Marichyasana B. But I thought I would do this video here to show you the technique and how it may be helpful. It may be useful for you to help bind in both Marichyasana B without the leg in lotus, so in this position, and also in Marichyasana A with the leg straight or almost straight. To begin with, though, I feel an important thing is to practice reaching with the arm. So if you just sit with your legs cross-legged, like I am here, you can reach one arm over your head. And this is important for the step that follows. Straighten your elbows, straighten your fingers. Feel like your elbow is straight, but it's almost like you're trying to make your arm feel really long. So try and straighten your elbow by tensing the front and back of the arm. Try and make your fingers like you're trying to poke the bones of your finger through the flesh of your fingers. So with that in mind, elbows straight, fingers long. Lengthen your neck. So to lengthen your neck, pull your head back and up, away from your chest so that this part, the cervical spine, feels long. It may feel like you're pulling your head up away from your rib cage. So from there, elbow straight, fingers long, reach your shoulder up. You can see how this is lifting, moving up towards your ear, or if you like, better perhaps towards the ceiling. Now rather than just lifting your shoulder, also focus on feeling the ribs on this side of your body. Try to lift your ribs up away from the pelvis on that side. And keep reaching up. Try to look for space within the ribs. Try to open your ribs more. Look for space in the area of your shoulder. Try and reach your shoulder up more. And even your waist. Try and lift your ribs or reach your ribs up away from your waist. And then relax. And then do the same thing other side. Elbow straight, fingers long. Reach up. Feel your shoulder. Feel your ribs, and feel your waist. Feel all of that lengthening up. And if you have difficulty feeling it all at once, focus on one part at a time. Fingers straight, elbows straight. I forgot to say lengthen your neck. Feel your shoulder reaching up. Feel your ribs expanding like fingers spreading apart from each other. Feel your ribs moving away from each other, and also feel your rib cage, the bottom of your rib cage, moving away from your pelvis. And then relax. So remember that feeling of lengthening up, because you'll use that in the next stage. So I'll do it with my left leg in the Marichyasana position, my right leg folded in. If you can do lotus, actually I'm not going to get into lotus for now. So just in with your foot tucked in, your Marichyasana leg on top, and I'll call this easy Marichyasana B. Now from the side, lift your hips up using your right hand and place your forearm on the floor. If you have knee problems, you might want to sit up on a block. But anyway, from here, put your elbow on the floor and then reach your left arm forward inside your leg. And the same feeling, this feeling of reaching up. Try and reach your left, lengthen your neck, reach your left arm forward. Reach the left side of your rib cage forward. Reach them away from your pelvis. And at the same time, you can use your right arm and right leg to push your hips back a little bit. Reach your ribs, head and arm away from your pelvis. And then from the front, reach your arm out to the side. Keep it feeling long. So reach your shoulder away from your rib cage. If you like, press down with this knee so you're supported. You can grab onto your shin, pull it in towards your chest. At the same time, reach your arm out to the side and then reach it back. So from there, out to the side, reach it back, bend the elbow. Try and aim for about the lower back between your ribs and your pelvis. And then from there, neck long, you can reach your free arm out to the side Open the shoulder, reach it back, and then grab your wrist. And at this time, I'm still lifted. So hopefully here you can grab your fingers. And if you have difficulty getting into the position, then this will be a first for you. But if you practice this a few times, you may find that you can even grab onto your wrist. Whichever the case, being careful with your right knee, see if you can slowly sit down. And then from here, lengthen your spine upwards. Feel your left shoulder. See if you can make the front of your left shoulder feel open. Neck long, chest open. And then do the same with your right shoulder. Make the right shoulder feel open, twist to the side. Now in Marichyasana B, you're actually bending forward. But before you do that, get the length in your spine, open your shoulders, and then from here you can either hold this position or then start to bend forward. So I'll just quickly go over that for the other side. My left knee is a little bit, I have to be careful with my left knee. So when you're doing this for the first time, if you have bad knees, move slowly. Use both of your arms to lift your hips up. Position your right foot where you need it to be. If at any point your knees hurt, then stop or try and move slowly. See if there's a way that you can find that doesn't cause your knees to hurt. Neck long, chest open, reach your right arm forward inside the knee. So that it is easier to reach your ribs and arm and head away from your pelvis. Use both legs. Use your left knee and your right foot to push your hips back a little bit. Reach your ribs away from your pelvis and then your arm away from your pelvis. Focus on reaching forward, but at the same time use your legs to push your pelvis back. Then from there, when you're ready, hold for any number of breaths. When you've had enough, reach your arm out to the side. Again, you can use your left hand to hug the shin into your knee. At the same time, reach your ribs and arm to the right. Then reach back. Keep your shin hugged in. Reach back. Left arm out to the side. And try and grab your fingers, maybe even one finger, and then from there, claw your way toward all fingers. And then with practice, work towards grabbing a wrist. And you can either hold that position, and then from there, see if you can slowly, with control, drop back, or stick a block under your butt, or a book, a thick book, if that works for you. And then from there, neck long, chest open, open both shoulders, open the front, make the fronts of both shoulders feel open. Turn a little bit away from your Marichyasana leg, and then from there, if you like, reach forward. And when you reach forward, what you might try to do is feel like you're trying to stand on your Marichyasana leg. That may make this leg firm enough that you can use your arms to help you reach forward. Now then, when it comes time to doing Marichyasana A, so with the left leg in the Marichyasana position, right hand behind you, you can use your right hand to lift your hips. If your forward bend isn't that good, you might want to bend your right knee. Again, lengthen your neck, reach your ribs away from your pelvis, and reach your arm forward. So focus on reaching your ribs and arm forward. You might want to use your left leg to push your hips back a little bit. So make your spine feel long, make your arm feel long, make your neck feel long. Then when you're ready, reach the arm out to the side. At this point, you may need to put your right hip on the floor. Notice how I've turned my foot out to help raise the leg. Grab your shin, pull the shin inwards. Exactly the same as before. Arm out to the side, other hand behind the back, and you can start by turning to the right. Lengthen your body, open your shoulders. And then if you like, point this knee, the non-Marichyasana knee, straight up. You can also work at straightening it. And then from there, push your left arm against the shin, make your body long, and then slowly work towards reaching towards your right foot. And notice I'm actually lifting my Marichyasana leg side hip. If you want, try it with your hip on the floor, reach forward. Depending on the geometry of your legs, how long your shins are, you may be able to get your hip on the floor, you may not. I don't think it really matters. What I would suggest, actually it does matter, but what I would suggest, try it with your hip on the floor, bend forward, notice how it feels. Try it with the hip lifted, bend forward, notice how it feels. And choose which one you do based on the feeling it gives you. Does one help you to lengthen forward more? Does one feel better? And maybe over the course of practicing this pose, whenever you practice it, some days you choose to have the hip on the floor, some days you choose to have it lifted. And that, I would suggest, is the most important thing, choosing the way you do something, doing a pose. So one more time, this time with the right leg in Marichyasana, and I'll face the same way. So left arm behind you, position your free hand somewhere where it is easy to help lift your hip up. Then reach your Marichyasana leg side arm forward, lengthen your body. So lengthen your body. Remember to make your arm feel long. Reach your ribs away from your pelvis. Also lengthen your neck. Then when you are ready, reach the arm out to the side, so that you keep the openness in your shoulder when you are bending your elbow. Focus on reaching your elbow away from your shoulder. So with the arm long, you can reach your elbow and hand away from your shoulder. Then keep your elbow reaching out to the side as you wrap your arm around the leg and behind your back. Likewise with the left arm, the hand that you're grabbing, try and reach the elbow away from your rib cage so that your shoulder feels open. Keep the openness in your shoulder when you reach the hand behind your back and grab your hand. Then once you've grabbed, lengthen your neck, lengthen your spine, the thoracic spine and lumbar spine, and then from there, reach forward. When you've had some experience with the pose, you may not need to do the twist first and then bend forward. You will hopefully get the feeling of lengthening your body, opening your shoulders, and then you won't need to twist to your side first. You can just go straight into the forward bend, meanwhile keeping the openness in your body. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope that gives you some ideas on how to bind in the easy version of Marichyasana B and also in Marichyasana A. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. You can contact me via sensationalyogaposes.com, and Sensational Yoga Poses has a dash between each word. Or just leave a comment under the video section. I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much. Namaste.